another topic. It is called complex transformation or complex mapping. What is the concept behind this? So complex mapping, or you say complex transformation, is the geometrical representation of the given complex function. How to represent geometrically? So the basic idea is geometrical representation. Before we move in this, let us recall first simple concept we are having, that if you have any function of real variable, see f of xy, sorry, f of x, y equal to f of x, then the geometric representation of this function, that is, you can say graphing of this function, it gives the curve, and to draw this curve, we required two mutual perpendicular axes, called one is x-axis, another is called y-axis, because this relation has two variable x and y. Among this, between this, x is independent variable and y is dependent variable. So you can plot this function in xy plane. For example, simply if you are having y equal to x square, then this represent geometrically what it represent? Parabola. Parabola like this, symmetrical about y-axis. So this is called the geometrical representation of function of one variable. Similarly, if you have the function of two variable, say z of f of xy, as you discussed in early semester, then this relation has three variable x, y, z. Among this, x and y are independent, means you can take any value of x and y. The value of variable z, it is called dependent variable. For geometrical representation of this function or graphical representation of this function, you required three mutual perpendicular axes, and these three mutual perpendicular axes you can consider it by taking 3D, three-dimensional space. So you denote it x, y, z, something like this. If you plot this, so you will get surface in three dimension. For example, if we take z equal to root of 1 minus x square minus y square. So for different value of x and y, if you find value of z, and if you put this all points in this graphical mode, so you will get the surface. This surface you can also recognize by using this function, squaring both the sides and collecting all the terms on one side. So you'll get x square plus y square plus z square equal to 1. This is the surface of the sphere, golak. Okay, and here the value of z is positive, so you have to consider only positive z. So here the z is positive, so you will get like this. So this is the representation of this particular relation of three variable. So this is what about the graphical representation of the real function. Either it is of one variable or two variable. At most you can represent the graphical representation of the function of two variable, because it will contain, for the function of two variable you are having one more dependent variable, so there is three variable. So we can propose these three variable on three mutual perpendicular axis, that is 3D space, and the real world has only three-dimensional space, so otherwise you could not represent graphically. So this is what the idea behind geometrical representation of the real function. Now we are having the complex function. We are interested in complex function. So if you, I will give you the superficial idea that if w equal to f of z is the given complex function, then how to represent this function by mean of the graph. आनो graph के विते बना हुआ है. So w equal to, assume that suppose u plus iv, and f, assume that z equal to x plus iy. So this relation consisting four variable. In this relation there are four variable like x, y, u and v. In these four variable, x and y are independent and u and v are dependent. Dependent means the value of u and v depends on x and y. Now to represent this function graphically, we require four axes. One axis for each variable. So we need the four-dimensional space. We required four-dimensional space. Okay, and this is not possible. You could not draw four-dimensional space in real, because space is only three-dimensional. So four-dimensional space is not possible. So how to understand? So to represent this one, four-dimensional space is not possible. So we split this four-dimensional space into two-dimensional plane. We split this four-dimensional space into टू डायमेंशनल प्लेन, मतलब चार डायमेंशन को हम दो डायमेंशन के दो प्लेन में डिवाइड कर देंगे. वन प्लेन, सी दिस एक्स एंड वाई, these are coming from the complex number z equal to x plus iy, and another two variable are coming from the w equal to u plus iv. तो फोर डायमेंशनल स्पेस पॉसिबल नहीं है, तो हम लोग यहाँ पर दो डायमेंशन के दो प्लेन लेंगे. वी कंसीडर टू प्लेन ऑफ टू डायमेंशन. दिस इज व्हाट द बेसिक फंडामेंटल. सो वन प्लेन वी कंसीडर, we call it z plane, in which we represent the complex numbers z or complex variable z. So one we consider z plane, and another plane we call it w plane. These both are complex plane. तो दो प्लेन हम सेपरेट कंसीडर करेंगे, एक डब्ल्यू प्लेन लेंगे जिसको हम बोलेंगे डब्ल्यू प्लेन, एंड वन इज जेड प्लेन. जेड प्लेन इट इज नथिंग बट योर XY plane. W plane it is nothing but your UV plane. तो ये हो गया आपका x एक्सिस मीन्स रियल z, y एक्सिस imaginary z. In W plane we denote horizontal as a u axis and imaginary as a v axis. Now how to understand this function? So now under this transformation, if you have any point in z plane, say z equal to x plus iy, in z plane, if you put the value of x plus iy here and separating into real and imaginary part, then you will get the value of u and v, because u and v are functions of x and y. For example, suppose if you take w equal to z square f of z, ठीक है. So if you put the value of z equal to x plus iy squaring, so we will get x square minus y square plus I times 2xy. So this underlined term first is your u, this is u and this is v, इस तरह का. So suppose if you have any point x plus iy, if you put the value of x and y in this transformation, so you will get the value of u and v. For example, if you take here the point is 1 plus I, so this point is 1 comma 1. If you put x equal to 1 and y equal to 1 here, so what you are getting, u equal to कितना मिलेगा आपको 0 और v को कितना मिलेगा 2. So this point 1 comma 1 transform into the point 0 comma 2, it is nothing but the complex point 2i, that is u plus iv. Clear? So what is the concept behind this? That under the transformation w equal to f of z, if you have any one point z equal to x plus iy, we can find its corresponding image or the corresponding point in w plane. Say w equal to u plus iv. Okay. So w equal to f of z, if it is the function of complex variable, then corresponding to each value of z, we can find another value of complex number w. In particular, suppose if this point is moving along some curve C, એટલે માની લો કે આ પોઈન્ટ કોઈ કર્વ પર વેરી થતો હોય આ રીતે, તો એનો corresponding point W, it will also move some on another curve, something like this. If this curve is C dash, let us call the corresponding curve is C dash. એટલે શું કહેવા માંગે છે કે જો XY પ્લેનમાં તમારી પાસે કોઈ પણ એક પોઈન્ટ હોય z equal to x plus iy, તો એનો corresponding point તમને એક એની corresponding value u ને v ની w plane માં મળે. In particular, જો આ point કોઈ curve define કરતો હોય C, તો એની image અથવા આ point નો transformation એ તમને એક બીજો curve આપશે, એ uv plane માં આવશે. This is, let us call the C dash. Clear આટલી વસ્તુ? So what is the meaning of this Z plane? It is X in which we represent the complex number Z. W plane in which we represent the corresponding point. Okay, એવી રીતે આવો સિમ્પલ કન્સેપ્ટ આપણો રિયલ નંબરમાં પણ હતો કે સપોઝ ઇફ યુ ટેક y ઇક્વલ ટુ x સ્ક્વેર આવું હોય તો જો x ઇક્વલ ટુ 0 હોય તો એની કોરસ્પોન્ડિંગ વેલ્યુ y ઇક્વલ ટુ 0 મળે. જો અહીંયા x ઇક્વલ ટુ તમે 1 મૂકો તો એની કોરસ્પોન્ડિંગ વેલ્યુ y ઇક્વલ ટુ 1 મળે. જો x ઇક્વલ ટુ સપોઝ હું 2 મૂકું તો એની કોરસ્પોન્ડિંગ વેલ્યુ કેટલી મળે? y ઇક્વલ ટુ 4 મળે. So this is for one variable. Exactly same way for each order pair x plus iy, you will get this one. So now you can say that if C is the any curve in z plane, then under the transformation w equal to f of z, this curve C will transform into another curve C dash. मीन्स अगर आपका z प्लेन में कोई कर्व दिया है C, तो इसकी आपको दूसरी इमेज मिलेगी W प्लेन में corresponding to given transformation. To f of z represent a transformation from z plane to W plane. એટલે z પ્લેન થી w પ્લેન નું ટ્રાન્સફોર્મેશન અથવા મેપિંગ z પ્લેન ની એક ફિગર ને w પ્લેન ની કોરસ્પોન્ડિંગ ફિગર માં મેપ કરે. તો જોઈએ હવે એનું એક્ઝેક્ટલી શું કહેવા માંગે છે ટર્મિનોલોજી. So for the graphical representation of w equal to f of z, that is u plus iv equal to x plus iy, मैं તમને સમજાવી દઉં આગળ. We make use of two complex planes, one for variable z equal to x plus iy called the z plane, and another for the variable w equal to u plus iv called w plane. એટલે એકના અંદર આપણે xy પ્લેન ની x, y માં આવે તે z point, it will be corresponding image in w plane. Next point, to each point of z, मैं हमने समझाया, there corresponds another point w under the transformation w equal to f of z. Means if you put here one value of z, અહીંયા કોઈ z ની વેલ્યુ મૂકો તમે x plus iy, તેની તમને corresponding એક w ની વેલ્યુ મળે. Hence, if a point z describe some curve, એટલે જો તમારું z point x, y એ કોઈ કર્વ, આ કર્વ એટલે કોઈ પણ હોઈ શકે, સર્કલ હોય, પેરાબોલા હોય, હાઇપરબોલા હોય, ઇલિપ્સ હોય, સર્કલ ઉપરનું પોઈન્ટ હોય તો એ કોઈક બીજા પ્લેનમાં w પ્લેનમાં it will transform into some another curve. So describe the curve C in the z plane. The corresponding point w moves along the corresponding curve C dash in the w plane. Means if you have any some curve in xy plane, under the transformation w equal to f of z, it will convert into another curve C dash. Thus, we say that a curve C in the z plane mapped into the corresponding curve w dash in C dash into the w plane by the function which defines mapping or transformation of z plane onto the w plane. So if you have any curve, अगर आपके पास कोई कर्व दिया हुआ है z प्लेन में, तो वो ट्रांसफर होता है into another curve, say c dash of the w plane by mean of the given function. So the given function जो आपका दिया हुआ है, it will referred as a mapping. Map means it will transfer, it will map from one curve to another curve. एक कर्व में से दूसरे कर्व में उसको मैप करता है, और it is called the transformation. So you can understand. Suppose if w, how the graphically I explain the same thing. W equal to f of z. If you transfer into u plus iv equal to f of x plus iy, so you can see in z plane, if your point is move along some curve C, આ z ની અલગ અલગ વેલ્યુ ઉપર તમે અહીંયા w ની અલગ અલગ વેલ્યુ ફાઇન્ડ આઉટ કરો અને બધા પોઈન્ટને જોડી દો તો એક બીજો કર્વ બને. આના જેવો ફંડામેન્ટલ થઈ ગયો, મેં તમને સમજાવ્યું. યુ સી કે સપોઝ y ઇક્વલ ટુ એક્સ સ્ક્વેર હોય તો આમાં બે એક્સિસ જ આવે એટલે એક્સ એક્સિસ ના પોઈન્ટ એન્ડ this is our y axis. Now if you take the points on x-axis will transform on the points of parabola, or you can say that the whole x-axis will be transformed to the parabola. So it is the concept of two variable. Similarly, this is for one plane to another plane. Clear? Okay. તો આનું કન્ક્લુઝન આવું આવ્યું કે w equal to f of z કોઈ પણ કોમ્પ્લેક્સ ફંક્શન હોય, z પ્લેનમાં કોઈ કર્વ c આપેલો હોય તો તમે એની કોરસ્પોન્ડિંગ ઇમેજ c ડેશ એ w પ્લેનમાં ફાઇન્ડ આઉટ કરી શકો. ઇમેજ right, z plane to w. Now we define the term conformal mapping. What is the conformal mapping? So suppose you are having any complex function w equal to f of z mapping. So what happens if you have, when it is called the conformal, so for geometrical representation let us consider two plane, z plane अथवा तो xy plane, w plane अथवा तो uv plane. Now assume that there are two curves which are intersect at a point P in z plane, say c1 and c2. બે કર્વ છે આપણી પાસે c1 અને c2, they both are intersect at some point P in xy plane. આ બંને કર્વને આપણે ઇમેજ શોધીશું. We obtain the image under the transformation w equal to f of z. So what happened? C1 will be transformed into some curve, say C1 dash, and C2 ni image let us call this is C2 dash. Assume that the point of intersection is P dash. Clear hai સુધી? Any doubt? Any doubt? No.
No, sir.
We are defining, હવે આપણે conformal mapping શું છે એની વ્યાખ્યા આપીએ છીએ, સમજવાનો પ્રયત્ન કરીએ છીએ. તો માનો કે કોઈ ટ્રાન્સફોર્મેશન છે w equal to f of z, xy પ્લેન અથવા z પ્લેનમાં બે કર્વ આપણે આપેલા છે, એક c1 અને c2. બેઉ કર્વ પોઈન્ટ p ઉપર ઇન્ટરસેક્ટ કરે છે. પોઈન્ટ ઓફ ઇન્ટરસેક્શન ઇઝ p. Assume that their corresponding images, say c1 dash and c2 dash, both are intersect at some point, let us call p dash. આટલી જ્યોમેટ્રી આપણને મળે. Now suppose that angle between these two curves, c1 and c2, how to define angle between two curves, c1 and c2? So it is defined as a angle between two tangents at this point. Suppose that, assume that this angle between two curves is alpha. એવી જ રીતે find the angle between two curves image is curved at a point P dash, assume that this angle is beta. ફરીથી બે કર્વ આપણને આપ્યા છે C1 ને C2. Suppose these both are intersect at a point P. Assume that their corresponding image is C1 and C2 dash intersect at P dash. If the angle between C1 and C2 at P is alpha, and if the angle between C1 dash and C2 dash is beta. Now, if the magnitude of angle is preserved, P-R-E-S-C-R-V-E is preserved. Preserved એટલે બેઉ angle ના magnitude same હોય. એટલે magnitude of angle alpha will be same as magnitude of angle beta. યાદ રાખજો. એટલે suppose આનું magnitude 45 degree હોય તો આ પણ 45 degree જ હોય. If the magnitude of these two angles is same, then this transformation is called isogonal transformation. So isogonal transformation means the transformation which preserves the angle of the intersection at a point in the magnitude. સમજાવું પછી તમને. And if the angle is preserved in both magnitude as well as direction, or you can say sense, then the transformation is called conformal. So magnitude in both direction as well as magnitude. એટલે એનું magnitude નો angle same હોવો જોઈએ, direction પણ એની sense પણ same હોવો જોઈએ. What do you mean by the sense? તો અહીં સમજવાનો પ્રયત્ન કરો. Sense એટલે શું? તો suppose આ angle તમે alpha એ C1 to C2 થી જો measure કરો, C1 to C2, અને sense કઈ થઈ ગઈ, direction કઈ થઈ ગઈ magnitude ની? C1 to C2 કઈ direction define કરે? Anti-clockwise. તો આ C1 to C2 alpha હોય તો એની C1 ની corresponding image C1 dash હોય, C2 ની corresponding image C2 dash હોય, તો બીટા પણ C1 dash to C2 dash જ direction માં measure થવો જોઈએ. Right? So if you measure the angle from C1 to C2, then the corresponding angle should be C1 dash from to C2 dash. So if this is true, આ angle જો anti-clockwise હોય તો beta should be measured in anti-clockwise direction. Then and only then the transformation is called conformal. Means it confirm both magnitude as well as direction. But if only magnitude jo hoy tene conformal na kehવાય. See, for example, suppose if I'll take, look at this. Assume that x-axis, right, and y-axis. આ કોઈ કંઈક point છે. Z equal to 1 plus I. Okay, this is 1 plus I. Now let us call, suppose this positive x-axis as a C1 curve and this is C2, right? This is 1 plus I means which point? 1 comma 1. Okay, now can you say what is the value of this angle? How much this angle is there? Huh?
45 degree.
45 degree. Very good. 45 thase, pi by 4 thase. Okay. The angle between C1 and C2, this is point of intersection called. So this is pi by 4. Look at this. હવે માની લો કે આ જે point છે, I will take the transformation W equal to Z bar. So what is Z bar? X minus IY. So what is the image of this Z equal to 1 plus I? Z equal to 1 plus I की image क्या होगी? 1 minus I. Is it or not? So now if you plot this point in W plane, so this is U axis. Where does this point go? ये point कहाँ चला जाएगा? You will get it over here in this fourth quadrant. Is it or not? Okay. This point x-axis will map into u-axis. So this is our C1 dash. And this point, it is our C2 dash. Now, this measurement from C1 to C2. So corresponding image is C1 dash to C2 dash. So you have to measure this angle in this direction. Now what is the magnitude, what is the value of this angle? ये एंगल क्या आएगा? माइनस पाई बाय 4 होगा कि नहीं? Right? So this is alpha and this angle is beta. So you can see the modulus of magnitude of alpha and magnitude of beta both are same. However, the sense is different. બંને ડાયરેક્શન ઉલટી છે. આ C1 to C2 કઈ ડિફાઇન કરે છે? એન્ટી ક્લોકવાઇઝ. આ ડાયરેક્શન કઈ ડિફાઇન કરે છે? ક્લોકવાઇઝ. So sense is not preserved. Only the magnitude is preserved. So this transformation is only isogonal, not conformal. Conformal में क्या होना चाहिए? Magnitude as well as direction दोनों होना चाहिए. So suppose you are having any function given f of z और आपको चेक करना है कि whether this mapping is conformal or not. So you have to check out at that point the magnitude as well as direction of the. Sir ये तो बहुत complicated process हो गई. So we are not going to check the problem by using this by mean of geometry. We are using some standard result theorem, and with the help of that theorem, in a few steps you can say that whether the transformation is conformal or not. So how to check it and what is the important, that we'll see laterly. First we now define the formal definition of conformal mapping. So suppose C1 and C2 are two curves intersect at a point P. જે મેં તમને સમજાવી દઉં. C1 અને C2 એ કોઈ point P ઉપર intersect કરે છે in Z plane, and their corresponding curves, say C1 dash and C2 dash, under the mapping W equal to f of Z, intersect at a point P dash in W plane. If the angle of intersection, how to define the angle of intersection? How to define the angle of intersection? 67 number. What do you mean by the angle of intersection? 71, 73.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by the angle of intersection?
Yes, sir.
Angle of intersection એટલે શું? Angle of intersection એટલે so angle of intersection means angle between two tangent at that point. So if the angle of intersection of the curve at P is same as angle of the intersection of the curves at P dash in magnitude only, it is same in magnitude, then the transformation is said to be isogonal mapping at point P. So at point P it is isogonal, means only the magnitude of angle is preserved. If the angle is same in both, this is in magnitude as well as in sense. Sense means direction. अगर आप z प्लेन में एंगल एंटी क्लॉकवाइज मेजर करते हो तो w प्लेन में भी एंटी क्लॉकवाइज ही मेजर करना है. Direction should not be reverse. Then the mapping is said to be conformal mapping at a point P. Conformal means it conforms the magnitude as well as direction. You can understand over here, see, I the same thing, these two curves, these are two curves, C1, C2, both are intersect at a point P. Assume that the angle between these two curves C1 and C2 is alpha. Now we find the corresponding image. જુઓ यहाँ पर C1 ની ઇમેજ અહીંયા ચાલી ગઈ છે. આ C1 dash છે. This curve is C1 dash and this curve is C2 dash. તો આ એંગલ આલ્ફા તમારો C1 to C2 જો તમે મેઝર કરો તો બીટા ક્યાં હોવો જોઈએ? C1 ની ઇમેજ C1 dash. So it should be measured from C1 dash, this C1 dash to C2. And if this is alpha, this must be alpha. Then it is conformal mapping. Otherwise, it is called isogonal. मैं तुमने आगे कीधु कि भाई how to check whether the function is conformal or not. So for any given transformation, W equal to f of z. Definition पूछे तो आगे वाली लखवानी आखी. आ theorem છે. So to check whether the function is conformal or not, so a function W equal to f of z is conformal at a point z0 if this is analytic and f dash z0 is not equal to 0. A theorem છે without proof. An analytic function f of z is said to be conformal at a point z0 if f dash z0 is not equal to 0. A derivative a point પાસે 0 થવી જોઈએ નહીં. For example, if I will take w equal to z square, પહેલી કન્ડિશન શું છે? ફંક્શન કેવું હોવું જોઈએ? એનાલિટિક. તો આ ફંક્શન એનાલિટિક છે? Whether this function is analytic? Yes. You remember analytic means differentiable. Simple concept આવો યાદ રાખવાનો કે જેમાં જે ફંક્શનમાં કોન્જ્યુગેટ આવતો હોય એટલે કે z બાર આવતો હોય પછી મોડ્યુલસ z આવતો હોય અથવા આનું કોઈ પણ ફંક્શન આવતું હોય, any function of z bar or any function of mod z, these type of the functions are not analytic. In terms of z હું યાદ કરો z ની વાત કરું છું. અધરવાઇઝ કોઈ પણ ફંક્શન જો u plus iv ફોર્મમાં આપ્યું હોય તો આને એનાલિટિક કેવી રીતે ચેક થાય? 67 નંબર u plus iv એનાલિટિક ફંક્શન કેવી રીતે ચેક થશે? So you have to check out the Cauchy-Riemann equation. In case when u plus iv is given અને z નું ફંક્શન જો ખાલી ડાયરેક્ટ આપી દીધું હોય, okay, so any algebraic function of z, any standard function of z are always analytic. Perhaps something like conjugate is given or modulus is given, this type of the functions are not analytic. You can verify using CR equation. So w equal to z square, it is algebraic function of z, so it is analytic. Yes. Our conformal કોઈ પોઈન્ટ ઉપર છે કે નહીં તો શું કરવાનું એનાલિટિક હોય તો આનું ડેરિવેટિવ શોધી નાખવાનું dw by dz equal to 2z બંધ કરી દે તારો ઓડિયો બંધ કરી દે 67 ઓકે હવે આ પોઈન્ટ this is not equal to 0 for all z except કયો point z equal to 0. So this is analytic and f dash z is not equal to 0 for all point except z equal to 0. So this function is conformal for all z not equal to 0. 0 સિવાયના દરેક પોઈન્ટ ઉપર આ ટ્રાન્સફોર્મેશન તમારું કન્ફર્મલ થશે જ આ એનો થિયરમ છે રાઈટ એટલે તમને કીધું હોય કે whether this transformation is conformal at some point or not. So you have to find out the derivative. For example, if you take suppose w equal to cos z, at which point this function is not conformal? So analytic છે હા આનો differentiation શું થશે dw by dz equal to minus sin z. Now where this term is not 0, for z equals to n pi, the value of sin n pi is always 0. So except z equals to n pi, this transformation is conformal. બેઠા છો સામે અત્યારે લગભગ એ બધાએ ખાલી વિડિયો કરીને તમે બેસી આવશો ને બેટા તો કઈ સમજ નહીં પડે મથાવશે તમને નોટ્સ પણ લખવાની થોડી થોડી અને વાંચતું રહેવાનું વાંચશો તો સમજ પડશે નહીં તો આ તો બધું છે ને છેલ્લે બધું ગૂંચવાડો ભેગો થઈ જશે યુ વિલ બી ઇન ટ્રબલ ઓકે અમુક મેં જોયું કે ખાલી ચાલુ કરીને જતા રહે ઘડીકમાં લેફ્ટ થઈ જાય પછી મેસેજ આવે કે ભાઈ એટેન્ડન્સ નો ટાઈમ થયો એટલે પાછા જોઈન કરે એટલે એનાથી કોઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ નું સોર્ટ આઉટ નહીં થાય એમ તકલીફ થશે ઓકે so now we define the theorem. The transformation affected by an analytic function jo lejo function must be analytic w equal to f of z is conformal at every point of the z plane where f dash z is not equal to 0. मतलब एनालिटिक फंक्शन और जहां पे इसका डेरिवेटिव 0 नहीं होना चाहिए वो पॉइंट आपका कन्फर्मल होगा मैंने आगे आपको लिखाया था कि भाई एफ देखा हमने एफ जेड इक्वल टू जेड बार इज इट कन्फर्मल ये कन्फर्मल था इसमें सिर्फ एंगल मैग्नीट्यूड में प्रिजर्व था डायरेक्शन में नहीं था डायरेक्शन उसके माइनस हो गई थी तो ये कन्फर्मल नहीं था आप देख लो ये एनालिटिक नहीं है z bar equal to x minus iy. Now if you compare u equal to x and v equal to minus y, for CR equation ux equal to 1, uy equal to 0, px equal to 0 and vy equal to minus 1. So first condition not satisfied. Ux is not equal to vy. So the transformation is not analytic, so it is nowhere conformal. ये conformal नहीं होगा. Next, सर अगर ये 0 हो गया तो कहीं पर so a point at which f dash z equal to 0 is called the critical point of the transformation. Otherwise it is called ordinary point. तो आपको पूछा है कि फाइंड द क्रिटिकल पॉइंट ऑफ द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन तो आपको ऐसे पॉइंट निकालना है जहां पे इसका डेरिवेटिव 0 होना चाहिए फर्स्ट कंडीशन फंक्शन मस्ट बी एनालिटिक सो फॉर एग्जांपल सपोज इफ यू टेक w equal to z square plus 1 so is this conformal everywhere? So find out dw by dz. So dw by dz is 2z. This is not equal to 0 for z is not equal to 0. So this transformation is conformal except z equal to 0. अभी आपको बोला इसका critical point निकालो. So which are the critical points? So take dw dz equal to 0. So what is the value of z? Z equal to 0. So z equal to 0 is only the critical point of this transformation. Suppose it is given w equal to z cube plus z. So what are the critical point of this transformation? Take dw by dz equal to 0. So what we are getting? 3z square plus 1 equal to 0. So what is z square equal to minus 1 by 3? What is z? Plus minus I by root 3. So this transformation has these two critical point. And critical point मतलब वो point जहां पे आपका transformation conformal नहीं है. Because at that point the derivative is 0, so at that point function is not conformal. तो जो conformal है मतलब derivative is not 0, जहां पे derivative 0 होता है वो conformal point नहीं है, इसको बोलते हैं critical point. The next definition is a point at which fz equal to z is called the fixed point of the transformation. मतलब the image of the z remain same. Fz equal to z. For example, if you are having, I will take the same problem. W equal to z square. So what are the fixed point of this transformation? निकाल के बताओ. W equal to z square के fixed point क्या होंगे? So you have to compare W equal to z square here equal to z. So z square equal to z implies that z square minus z equal to z implies that z into z minus 1 equal to 0 implies that कौन सी वैल्यू मिलेगी? z equal to 0 and 1. These are two fixed point. फिक्स्ड पॉइंट मतलब वो पॉइंट की पोजीशन सेम रहेगी, जहां पे पॉइंट है उसकी इमेज एग्जैक्टली वहां पे आएगी. तो ये दो आपके हो गए ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के फिक्स्ड पॉइंट. अब 0 डाल दो यहाँ पे तो भी आंसर 0 ही आएगा, 1 डाल दो तो भी आंसर 1 ही आएंगे. तो याद रखना है जब भी आपको फिक्स पॉइंट निकालना है यू हैव टू कंपेयर द गिवन फंक्शन विद योर z. Okay, so today we defined this concept conformal mapping, how to check the conformality, how to define the critical point, and what is the fixed point.